your girl Tyron the Goat. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So today we'll be doing a market breakdown for this week. We'll be looking at DXY, which is the dollar index, gold, and the Australian dollar. From there, let us begin and start with our dollar index. So our dollar index usually helps us to understand how the dollar will be behaving. And once we understand how the dollar will be behaving, it gets even much easier to understand other pairs. Looking at our dollar index, we'll start from our daily time frame. From our daily time frame, we'll mark our highest high. This is my current highest high. And our lowest low, which is this one in this case. And then from there we can see that we are having this playground whereby we are just playing around this level. We're just playing around this level. So what else will we want to see? We want to make sure that we are not forcing anything as much as possible. We don't want to force any trends or whatsoever, but we'll make sure that we zoom out. In us zooming out, we'll try and check for a trend. In this case, if I were to draw a trend in my daily time frame, I personally feel like I'll be forcing it. I'll be forcing it. Therefore, what should I do? Let me scale to my 4-hourly time frame. I'll just deal with our current price. I'll just deal with the current price. In this case, what do we have? Looking at our 4-hourly time frame, we can see that we are having an uptrend right here. We are having an uptrend right here. I'll just let me change to a line chart in order for accuracy. Let me change into a line chart for accuracy reasons. All right. This is our uptrend right here. Let me clone this. All right. Going back to our candlesticks. Let's go back to our candlestick and try to reset our chart. So this is what we have. As you can see that we had this breakout retest. And then what do we do from here? Also, we mark our levels, our important levels. From my daily, from my 4-hourly time frame, I'd say this is my highest level. Checking for other significant levels, it will be here. We'll have to put a zone right here. Other significant levels right here. And let's put the last one right here. Okay, even here it will need a zone. Let's put our last one right here. And then from there, what do I do? Let me cater for the bottom and the top touch right here with my zone. Right here, it gave us a fake out. Here, this was a fake out, guys. This was a fake out because if you're going back to look at your daily time frame, you can see that it didn't necessarily pass this level. It just gave us this week of the current candlestick. Going back to my 4-hourly time frame, I'd also say we have a level right here. Let me mark it with this. So right now it's between two things. Already looking at our 4-hourly time frame, we have broke the uptrend. In us breaking the uptrend, it gives us a confirmation of that anything seen below this trend, seen below this trend, it's a seller's market. It is a seller's market. Here, it faked out and took out buyers that had their stop losses around here. The buyers that had their stop losses around here and took them out and continued going in the direction that it was going to be going. So what I always say, that in order for you to like spot a change of direction, what should you do? You should understand your simple basics, which is like, whenever you see an uptrend, obviously you are looking forward to see these following properties, which is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. The minute you don't see that, already that's a change of direction. The minute you don't see a high that is higher than the previous high, or a high that fails to engulf the previous high, that's already a change of direction. So, in looking at this, how were we going to spot this sell? Already we were going to spot it by seeing this high, higher high. Fine, you are seeing that it's giving us a higher low, in that it failed, this candlestick failed to engulf this one. Fine, after failing to engulf this one, we scaled down to smaller time frame to see little lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high being presented for us. You can go as little as 5 minutes to check what I'm talking about right here with this candlestick. After that, you are going to take your sell trade from here till the nearest reversal, which is right here. So in this case, what can we say with price? Looking at DXY, already it has broke this low, this higher low, since we were in an uptrend. So this was our last higher low. As it has broke this higher low, that's already a change of character. What does it mean? It means that the trend is already changing. So what are we expecting in this case? We're expecting for price to come and test an order block right there that led to these sells. I like looking at my order blocks, looking at my 1 hourly time frame. Let's go to my 1 hourly time frame. Looking at my 1 hourly time frame, which is the order block that led to these sells. Other block on my side, I believe it's the last bullish candlestick before the sells. I'll just put it like that. This is the other block that hasn't been mitigated as yet, that needs to be. So we are to wait for price to come and reverse to this point before even getting further sells. But already it can be confirmed with that we are having a change of direction on DXY, as it broke this higher low of ours. This was our last higher low, as it broke this higher low of ours. This was actually our last high low, and it's broke it, giving us a change of character. Now we're about to go and retest the order block that led to these sells before even continuing to the downside. So if you are to put your entry, you can just put your entry right here. Let me just put it right here. You can just put your entry right here. Let me just minimize. Okay, let me move my chart this side. All right, you ought to put your entry right here, a little bit above your resistance, and then make sure you are targeting your first take profit will be right here again. Your first take profit will be right here again. Without a further waste of time, I'll move into another pair. This is what I have on the dollar index for me. Going to gold. Let's see what do we have on gold. This is our gold chart. Looking at our gold chart, what do we have? One, we have to start looking for our highest high. Okay, I'll just also choose the one that is much nearer, which is just right here. And then, in that being said, is there any valid trend we are having on our gold? Yes. Will we be forcing it if we were to drawing it on our daily time frame? Nope. We wouldn't be forcing our trend. Here is it right here. Let me clone this. Let me clone this. All right, this is what we have. This is gold for us. So looking at gold, already we can see that we are still in our bullish trend. And our bullish trend, we know that the properties of a bullish trend is that we need to see higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. Fine. Okay, I won't talk about previous data. Today I just thought let me focus on the current market. So we had this higher high, having this higher low, had this higher high. Now we're having this higher low. Now we're expecting what price to push up again. So in us expecting price to push up again, what are we to check? Let us not dwell much on our daily time frame, but let us scale down to our 4-hourly time frame. Looking at our 4-hourly time frame, what do we have? We have a trend. I use the most simplest strategy, which is the chains in chains strategy. Looking at our gold setup, we have this inside our uptrend. We have a downtrend inside our uptrend. That's what we are having. So in this case, I'll just zoom out a bit in order to put a zone right here to cater for most touches. Let me put it right here and then zoom in again. In me zooming in, what do I have? In an uptrend, in a big uptrend, as you saw that on our daily time frame, we are being given an uptrend. Inside our 4-hourly time frame, there is a downtrend, which is our trends in trend. In a downtrend, we are having a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low. Fine. In that being said, already we haven't been given lower high. We haven't been given a low that is lower than this one. You see that sellers are failing to break this level. Why? Because if you're going to, if you're checking on your left, you see it's one of the most significant levels that is usually respected. Is one of the significant levels that is usually respected. So sellers are failing to break below that level. And that being said, let us also not forget to put to mark our significant levels where price has higher chances in turning whenever. In this case, this is what we have. So we can see that we have broken our downtrend and now we are coming for our third touch, which will be our retest, because we have our first, second, and this will be our third touch at this current moment, which we are to look at current price. This will be our third touch before even continuing to the upside. So if you are smart enough, I'd say don't trade on Monday because there's a lot of manipulations to take place. Don't trade on Monday. These buys may start around Tuesday or Wednesday. Let me just put this here a bit so that it'll make much more sense. Sorry. So these buys are to start when? On Tuesday or Wednesday, if not Tuesday late. They know that a lot of people already have their buy orders placed right here. So it might want to test this level, or it might want to fake out just like how it did right here before continuing to the upside. But with me on gold, I'd say I'm looking forward in going long. My stop loss will just be a little bit below this level, a little bit below this week, in order to make sure that I don't get stopped out. Yes, a little bit below, and then my take profit will be around here. Let me just put it right here, which will be completing my 90% rule. Overall, I can say we are coming right here, or I should say we're going to this big trend. We're going to this big trend. But I prefer always making sure that I'm on the safer side rather than being sorry. So this is what I have on my gold setup. Let us move on to our last pair, which is the Australian dollar odd USD. This is odd USD. Let's start from our daily time frame. Starting from our daily time frame, we are doing one and the same thing. One and the same thing from our daily time frame. Okay, let me reset chart. All right. Okay. So right here, what do we have? We have our odd USD. In this case, I'll just simply mark my highest high and important levels. This is my lowest low. So we're playing within this. And as playing within this, what do we have? We have this significant level, which if we are scaling down, it might be acting as our zone instead. Okay, there's this also, this significant level also right here. Let's see, we have another one right here. Just want to make sure that all of these levels are catered for in order to understand why price is having a reaction or is acting towards a certain level. We have to mark these important levels. So if we are just looking on our right, in order to understand where we currently at, do we wanna add a trend on this, or I prefer not to, because I don't want to be focusing on previous price rather than their current price at this current moment. Instead, let's go on our 4-hourly time frame to see what do we have right there. Is there any trend we are seeing? Going to my 4-hourly time frame, already I can see this beautiful downtrend. I can see this beautiful downtrend right here. Looking on my 4-hourly time frame, I can see this beautiful downtrend right here. Let me clone this. In me cloning it, we have this. Okay, let me just drag it a bit to see. Let me just drag this a bit. Okay, this is what we have. In us having this, let us mark also any other significant levels that we are able to spot. Okay, make sure you modify your analysis for accuracy reasons. Okay, we have this level. This is a level because price didn't go up, didn't go above. Still a level right here that was respected more than once. Right here we have this level as price failed to come back and touch this trend of ours, which is also an important level. And then from there we can make this also our level, this as our level. Let me just move it a bit. And then instead of having our horizontal ray here, let's have our zone right here. Let's have our zone right here. So here, right here, there was a fake out. Price was just grabbing liquidity and taking out all the sellers right here, because a lot of people had sold right here. So it was just grabbing liquidity right here. Because if we're going to our daily time frame, you'll see that it's just spiked, gave us just a spike. And also looking at our daily time frame, we see that we have a W formation being painted, and now we're having this breakout that hasn't been completed as yet. So after this breakout, what are you going to expect? You are going to expect a movement from the neckline till where the W started to play out from here. That's how you measure how much movement are you to expect. are you to expect? That's one of the things I can say also works for me. So in this case, what are we expecting on odd USD? In this case, what are we expecting on the odd USD pair? Let's go on our left. There's a level I want to check if it's fine as we leave it as our horizontal ray, or it needs its zone in order to cater for the bottom and the top touch. All right, let's remove this and make it our zone, because we can see that this level is one of the most significant levels also, because price didn't just break just like that, but came back before breaking to grab liquidity and then broke above above. So in this case, continuing with our analysis, I'd say that looking at our Australian dollar, we can see that now we've already broke our downtrend. In us breaking our downtrend, now we're waiting for a retest and pushes to the upside. So our retest is between two things in this case. It's between two things. It's between it's coming to test this order block right here, and how are we to take our entries from here. Once price reaches this level, you'll have to scale down to your smaller time frame to as small as 5 minutes for you to see like a change of character. After getting a change of character, you'll expect to see like little higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows being painted after that change of character, and then you know that we are going long on our odd USD. We are going long from right here, because this is one of the other blocks that haven't been mitigated as yet. As much as this one also hasn't been mitigated as yet. Let's just say this one, it hasn't. But there are higher chances that price might want to respect this one more than coming here. But at the same time, we always cater for our possibilities and probabilities. If price decides to break below here and if price decides to break below here and continue pushing to the downside, you'll know that it's just trying to come and mitigate this other block and then continue pushing to the upside, In this case, we'll just put our entry right here, stop loss just below here, and then from there, first take profits will be around here, which will also be completing our 90% rule. Second take profit will be around here. So we're trying to make sure that we are maximizing profits and minimizing losses by all means. So we have came to the end of our video, and I repeat, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you share these videos as much as possible, which is just free information. And I'll also be updating you guys on the prop firm account that I'm trading maybe next week. That will be our next video. I'm still up with 2%. We are trying to target 8%, as I explained on my last video. Nonetheless, this is Taryn the Goat, the best female trader, and peace out.